as a guest of honor at the event.
For us as government, we are excited for this development in the district. As you are aware, as the director mentioned, that the government of the Republic of Zambia, under the leadership of His Excellency, Mr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu, they have created an enabling environment for people to do business.
Chief Mumena of Kaonda-speaking people knows the importance of the presence of the university in the province.
It has been a cry of my forefathers in all the 33 chiefdoms of this province to have a university in this land. And finally, that dream is coming to pass. The presence of this university in the province, though private, will open doors to academic prosperity of Northwestern Province and Zambia as a whole.
And board members of the university assured the people of the province that the university will enhance the quality health care to the providers.
I would want to state and mention here that we are the change agents of this province, and therefore we shall do it through the enabling environment that the government is providing us.
As you have rightly heard, I've been conferred the title of founding member. This by no means that I've had great contribution to this project. It is a humble contribution that we have made.
Once completed, the university is expected to offer clinical medicine, nursing, medicine, pharmacy, public health, and other faculties to respond to the needs of the people in the province. Kriva Chituta, reporting in Karumbira District, Northwestern Province.
President Mike Mlongoti says talk by African leaders to pull out from the International Criminal Court should not be entertained by Zambian leaders. Mr. Mlongoti told RTV News in an interview that the International Criminal Court was formed because of impunity that stemmed from bad governance in Africa and elsewhere. He said most African leaders are guilty of brutalizing their people and intolerance, adding the court is there to try these leaders who commit impunity. During the last session, the African Union called for the mass withdrawal of member states from the International Criminal Court, ICC. However, the resolution is non-binding, with Nigeria and Senegal opposing a withdrawal. South Africa and Burundi have already decided to withdraw, accusing the ICC of undermining their sovereignty and unfairly targeting Africans. The ICC denies the allegation, insisting it is pursuing justice for victims of war crimes in Africa.
Summit in Addis Ababa cannot go unchallenged. The reason why the National Criminal Court was established was to stem impunity that comes from bad governance on the part of leaders in Africa and elsewhere. And most African leaders are guilty of brutalizing their people. They are guilty of intolerance. And because of that, there was a need to find another avenue away from the local jurisdiction over which they would control, to try these leaders who exhibit impunity and they commit genocide in many cases. So as Zambians, we have no wish at all to hear our leaders talk about pulling out of ICC. Their conduct has made us apprehensive. Zambians have lost on account of abuse of state authority. It is also evident that in Zambia there is state capture were a few individuals. They've taken so much power that they're answerable to themselves.
And Mr. Mlongoti said it is sad that government has procured fuel which it has failed to store. Mr. Mlongoti said hundreds of fuel tankers are marooned in Solwezi and Dola, waiting to be offloaded, but that there is not enough storage facilities.
I visited Solwezi, and what I witnessed there was heartbreaking. 50 tankers have been marooned in Solwezi for the last 3 months because they cannot offload. The tanks there are full to capacity, and these tankers from Tanzania are charging $300 per tanker a day. They've been stuck there for the last 3 months, and there's no indication that they're going to offload because the consumption of the same fuel is very slow on account of price, and also that the people who bought the fuel must have been motivated by ill will, by greed, by corruption. The same story goes from Dola, Tazama, and then all over. There are tankers that are marooned there. They've not been able to offload because there's no capacity to receive the fuel. And each of those tankers is costing $300 per day. This is a national scandal. When the government made a pronouncement that they were going to disengage from procurement of fuels by March, they were cheating because the fuel they procured last year will last up to June and maybe even more. Now,
Church of God Lusaka Province Overseer Bishop Nelson Nyonyo says holding another national referendum a few months after the general elections will strain the economy. Bishop Nyonyo said the country missed out an opportunity to have enhanced Bill of Rights through the national referendum, which failed to meet the constitutional threshold of 50% due to careless talk by some politicians. He said he supports President Lindsay's stance that he is not in a hurry to hold another national referendum to enhance human rights.
Indeed, I want to agree, first of all, with His Excellency President Eddy Kalungu, that he cannot be in a hurry now. Look, frankly speaking, the referendum is costly. And just as well from the general election, just some few months ago, for one to start saying we need a referendum, my appeal is that the president and his cabinet, they should take some clauses in that referendum which are of human rights nature, which can be a constitutional reform. If that one is taken care of, to be added to the constitution, so that some basic human rights are added to the constitution, that can be much fairer. But for the referendum, I want to agree with His Excellency. The time for bringing back the referendum is not now, surely. We need development. The Zambians need development. So the constitution should not stay as if it is the constitution, as if it is bread and butter. But it should be considered to have the human rights be added to the constitution. That is fine. But all in all, Zambians need to understand that time, we must move with time. And this is why you find
PF Lusaka Province Chairperson Hollis Nongwe says he's happy that the party in the province has recorded high levels of discipline. He said the party will continue building its structures at all levels to ensure that it remains stronger and united.
So far, we are witnessing that